I'm Jennifer, and this is Kate, and it is Lent.
It is the time of year when we are all trying to grow closer to God.
So we have taken a good, long, hard look at our situation here, and we've identified 10 different Catholic things that we wish we could do better to help us grow in holiness, because we want to be saints.
Yes, but it's a work in progress, for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
There's lots of room for improvement here, so let's go ahead and call ourselves out and get started.
This will be good for our humility. Okay, so here we go, admitting all our faults out loud. Number one on the list, and this is really at the top of the list, and that is we wish that we were more consistent at paying good attention during Mass.
We try, we really try, but sometimes it's just so hard. Our minds are wandering, we're tired, and we're just thinking about everything else we have to do.
But recently I did read that when the Blessed Mother was standing at the foot of the cross, watching Jesus die, most assuredly she was not thinking of her Walmart shopping list. So that definitely hit home for me. So we are striving to do much, much better in this area.
Number two is we wish we were better evangelists, better at explaining and defending the Catholic faith.
Specifically, we wish we were quicker on the draw as far as knowing different Bible verses that support different things. For example, if someone said, well, where in the Gospels or the Bible does Jesus ever say that he is God? When that happens, I kind of freeze. I'm like, somewhere in John. Yeah, I know it's in there somewhere.
We read it once upon a time. We're just a little fuzzy on where exactly it is.
Yeah.
So, there's no shame in telling someone that you have to look something up and you'll get back to them. But wouldn't it be great if we just knew these things? We had a better grasp on where all this information was.
Areas to improve in. All right, number 3, there is a beautiful, beautiful Catholic prayer called the Angelus that traditionally Catholics say 3 times a day. The Catholics who actually remember say it 3 times a day.
Which is not us. No. We would like that, but it doesn't always happen. A lot of people set timers on their phones or watches for noon or 6 p.m., the traditional times to pray, but that has never been us.
No. I think that noon would be our best bet to do this consistently, because it is pretty easy to remember to say the Angelus before you eat lunch, right? But still, we just rarely do, and that is very sad. So, I know that you cannot say every single prayer every single day, but the Angelus is so beautiful. We would definitely like to do better with this one.
So number 4 is another one that we tend to forget about, and that is there is a beautiful Catholic tradition to bow your head in reverence every time you hear the name of Jesus. And this one just tends to slip right by us all the time.
Okay, so it is not a tradition that I grew up with, so it was not ingrained in me. And very sadly, I admit I dropped the ball with this one with my own children. So sorry, Kate. But good news, it's never too late, right? So we can definitely try harder to improve.
So number 5, we are not professional home decorators here. And while we do have some religious pictures and crucifixes up around the house, we sadly do not have a home altar.
Yeah, we do not have one. It's been on our Catholic to-do list for, years. It's fine. We do have displays up, seasonal displays for Lent and Advent, and that's great. But I really love the idea of having a dedicated home altar space. I'm just not the right person. You would never come to me and say, Jennifer, help me organize a home altar.
Yeah, we did do our Saint bulletin board gallery. Not quite the same.
Not quite the same, Kate.
But it's a step in the right direction.
It's a start for sure. Okay, work in progress, right. Okay. So number 6, we wish that we could be better at singing the Salve, Regina in Latin. Again, it's a beautiful, beautiful Catholic hymn, but it is not easy to sing. That's all I'm saying.
There is some very tricky timing in that song, and we would love to master it. We sometimes sing it at the end of daily Mass, and we'd love to be able to just sing along without stumbling, get through the whole thing.
Blend in.
Hasn't happened yet, but we're trying on it.
Okay, number 7, let's talk about the daily examen. And that is the Catholic ritual or practice of, at the end of the day, stopping and reflecting on the highs and lows of your day, pinpointing those areas where you could have done better, and asking God for forgiveness.
So it's a beautiful spiritual practice. We're just not very good at it. Or really very consistent at it.
Well, we try every day, but I'm usually so tired at the end of the day that I resort to saying something like, whatever I did, Jesus, I'm sorry, I want you to get a promise. I'm just sorry. And I am sorry, but the whole point is to really think about how you dropped the ball and how you can improve and ask for God's grace to do that.
So this one is definitely yet another work in progress. We've got good days with this one and bad days.
Moving on to number 8 now. This one definitely falls into the same camp as number 1, not focusing well at Mass, but this one has to do with the rosary.
Because it's so easy for our minds to just wander off while we're praying through all the mysteries. Come on.
Yeah, it is true to concentrate, or, in my case, I can concentrate on the mystery, say, like we're praying the glorious mystery, the resurrection. I can think all about the resurrection, but apparently I cannot think of the resurrection and still count beads at the same time. I can't count to 10 while I'm thinking about Jesus. Who knew? So what happens to me is I will just say, keep saying Hail Marys until I'm pretty sure I have said at least 10. And that's, come on, that's a pretty slipshod way of doing it.
And for me, I never know what to think about. I overthink pondering stuff. So I don't know what I'm doing half the time while I'm praying the rosary. So all that being said, we just need to, when our minds wander, slow down and come back to the prayer, refocus again.
Try to do better.
I don't know what else to say.
Okay, number 9. This one's really on me, and I'm sad to say this, but I am really, really bad at having masses said for people who have died, which is terrible because that is a very, very important spiritual work of mercy. Now, at our parish, it's very, very large, and so it is not the easiest thing to go into the office and request to have a mass said. Sometimes there's a waiting list, and it's 3 or 4 months out before you can even get on the books, and so I admit that feels discouraging to me, and I just tend to put this off.
There are places online where you can go and request to have a mass said. We've just never properly looked into those yet.
Yeah, it feels overwhelming to me. I don't have a favorite place online where I can just boom, go request a mass, it's done. So again, I put it off. If you're watching this video and you have a go-to, easy, sure thing place online to request masses, please let us know down in the comments. I would love to know because I have quite a list now of people who have died whom I would like to have a mass said for. And people keep dying all the time. This is a continual problem for us.
So number 10 is the most superficial on this list, and it is the hot cross bun situation. It comes up every year during Lent, but we never make them. It's a Catholic tradition that just slips us by.
It slips on by us. Okay. Well, number 1, we have made them in the past, but these completely stress me out every single year. I don't have a good recipe, so again, we tend not to make them. And number 2, I always wonder, these are traditionally eaten on Good Friday, but that is a day that we're supposed to be fasting. So how is eating hot, delicious, hot cross buns, how is that penitential?
There's also the question of when should you make them? Should you make them the night before? Because then they won't be hot or fresh. But should you be making them on Good Friday? They would be hot and fresh, but it's Good Friday. We're supposed to be fasting and thinking about Jesus, not hot cross buns.
He's dying on the cross and we're making buns. That doesn't seem right. So it is the old hot cross bun paradox. So I know, again, it stresses me out every year. I'm probably way overthinking this. I need to get a life, yes. But if you are someone watching this video and you make hot cross buns every year, let me know. How do you do it? What is your go-to recipe? Do you make them the night before? Do you make them the morning of Good Friday? Do you limit how many people can have? Because we are fasting on Good Friday, so
yeah, send help. She needs it. This stresses her out.
Yeah, we definitely need help.
Send help.
So that is our list of 10 Catholic things that we wish we could do better. Of course, there are many other areas where we could also stand to improve. That is just our short list for now.
So let us know in the comments if you have Catholic areas that you struggle in, and if you have any suggestions to help us with our problem areas, please let us know.
We hope you enjoyed today's video, and we hope that you're having a very holy and blessed Lent.
So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.